Welcome, dear hearts. Hello, it's me, Natasha, from the Magical Blessing Healing Center. How are you today? I hope that you're finding yourself well. We in the Pacific Northwest, as I look around, are being rained upon, which is a good thing because unlike a false belief that the Washington is the rainy state, we didn't have rain for months. We get very dry, wildfires, all kinds of stuff. We're now being blessed with the beautiful cleansing of Mother Gaia, Mother Earth, and Mother Nature, and helping us cleanse and release those negative ions and energies and making Washington State green and beautiful. And just as we're going into kind of a fall, we're in the middle of fall, that's okay. As the leaves change and it's beautiful. So, hey, I was having a conversation with someone that I know who was very stressed out, and this very dear heart was stressed about social media. Essentially, it was Facebook, but I'm just going to tabulate all of it. And I looked at her and I said, maybe I can change your mind about something. She says, well, what is it? Let's call it Falsebook. Fantasy book. You see, what someone may not understand is that when a person has depression or anxiety, something as simple as scrolling through Facebook can create some havoc in this individual and create moments of stress. What I mean by that is, here's this dear, beautiful soul stressed out, going through Facebook and thinking that this individual is less than thereof. I'm not worthy of anything. I'm never going to be successful like all these people I see. What is wrong with me? Absolutely nothing, darling. You're beautiful. The way that the divine has presented you at this moment, you're beautiful. What? How could I be? I mean, the words are vomiting out. The tears are flowing. And it's a lesson. And I had to share with her this moment of mine. In the last couple of weeks, I've really stepped back. I found myself being highly annoyed with the human race. I'll just say it. I'm ascending further up the spiral, and I'm finding nuances of individuals beyond annoying and irritating. So instead of putting my irritation and annoyance out there, I've pulled more into meditation because I know what it is. And this is an example. I was at the grocery store. This individual was standing in my way. Actually, this individual had gotten in my way multiple times at the store. I was out of my last nerves with this individual. What is it with this person being in my way every single time I want to get something? That's what I mean by the irritation. And the next feeling I had was, if I had stayed there a second longer, I'm pretty sure the annoyance would have vomited out of my mouth. This individual didn't deserve it. I didn't deserve it. And I had to say, dear God, what is this? And of course, my beautiful, lovely angels, you know what it is. Go meditate. You know the answer, darling. You've got so much wisdom in your heart, so much ancient primordial wisdom. Bring it forth, darling. And as I'm ascending up the spiral, because I just went through a major level up, my ego had pieces of it that was dying. Major components to my ego, old patterns, old beliefs. And my ego did not like this. You see, the ego likes to control the mind. And that's why I call it edging God out. And as I'm saying, bye-bye, the ego was like, oh, no, no, no! And it was almost like a tantrum. And to the unknown, it may look really bizarre, but I knew I need to stay in my meditative, what I'm going to call a meditative cocoon. It doesn't mean that I'm there forever. It just means at that moment, that's what I needed. But the other thing that was beautiful about this individual having this sharing about their stress of Facebook is that I go really dark and deep inside of myself, and it's not a bad thing. You know, there's no self-harm or anything like that. But it's not about expressing my vulnerability and letting people know that I really need supported and uplifted at that moment. So that's my lesson, is that I need to be more expressive and vulnerable when those bleak moments happen. Because the ego can be very damaging. And it's the ego that starts telling us we're less than thereof. It's patterns, it's beliefs, it's all that kind of stuff. And another example is the media for years has created this fantasy of what an ideal female body should look like. Oh my goodness, that could not be further from the truth. If you put a bunch of ladies next to each other, their bone structures are all going to be different. So therefore, their sizes are going to be different. Their weight is going to be different. Doesn't matter what a size or a weight on a number on a scale is. As long as you feel beautiful, honey, that is all that matters. But I'm not successful was the next, there was a lot of vomit going on. Who's to say that that person that you see, you think is successful? How do you know that they are? But to play devil, to play an advocate on it, flip it to the other side, everybody measures their success in a different manner and in a different way. What one feels super successful, another may not. So it's really, again, about how you feel about you and measuring your success with yourself, because there's no competition. This individual was very stressed about the competition of life. That's an old pattern. It's an old paradigm. It's an old belief. The old belief and old paradigm is shifting, and egos are screaming. Those who are willing to accept the shift and the change, it's okay, and it's going to happen irregardless whether you accept it or don't accept it. But it's how you go again in the process. And this is what I mean by that. When you're in that stressful, havoc-filled moment, try this meditation. It's very simple, very beautiful, and it works very well if you allow the ego to not tell you that it won't. And this is what I mean. Take your left hand and place it on your heart. Take your right hand and place it just above your navel. You close your eyes, and this kind of creates your eyes to roll back. Allow that natural pattern to happen. If you can bring your shoulders down, don't wear them earrings, bring them down. Open up your heart, shoulders back, and to a count of 3, breathe in. Hold for 3, and then in your mind, take whatever's stressing you out and place it in a pink bubble. Open your eyes and blow that bubble out. No silly willy-nilly stuff. Blow that bubble out. Now that bubble is drifting off, and as it drifts off, go pop. And there we go. Repeat that 2 more times, so a total of 3 times. It does work if you disallow the ego to tell you it does not. So I wish you much luck on that. You can do it. I know you can. So here's the other thing. The Magical Blessing Healing Center. beautiful portal to helping connect one to their true heart and their true soul. Shining out the light that you deserve to shine. That's what it's about at Magical Blessing Healing Center. And you can have the big picture, or you can look at it and stop by and say, hey, here's a little bit smaller picture. And what I mean by that is, in this particular blog, I'm talking about Unblocking to Love series. It's 3 different opportunities, okay? And in it is a soul, Color My Soul, which is a soul intuitive drawing. And it's drawing your soul from a whole different light, in a whole different manner. And that's a prerequisite for words of wisdom. So once you've drawn, we're going to see what words develop out of this. And then we're going to go even further, and that is write from your soul. So write from your soul. It is a different way of looking at it. It isn't the new paradigm. It's opening the heart, opening that portal, and allowing that soul to shine through in the most beautiful manner. And that's not just the only thing that's there. There are so many different opportunities and offerings, creative play, fun stuff. And in truth, that what you see on that website is just a small tip of the iceberg. There's much more way beneath. And so if you see, you're looking around and you're like, I don't know what I should do. I do. The curriculum's been downloaded. The divine loves to do that for me. I work with the divine of the divine. It's me. And we can work together and figure out what it is that you need, because that's what it's about. It's about you as an individual. I am going to begin to offer workshops, webinars. Haven't gotten there yet. Working on it. It will be, showing up soon. There are e-courses. Creative play. Balancing your chakras. I'm working on one incredible thing I'm so excited for. It's going to take me a little bit of time, but I'm still working on it. Can't wait till that shows up. But there's also, if you want a reading, clearing, soul retrieval, clearing the energy, learning how to clear the energy, Reiki. There are so many opportunities and offerings at the Magical Blessing Healing Center. Please don't limit yourself, because the motto is all things are magically possible. And that's what we're all about, is magical blessings. And bringing your magic from deep within your heart and soul and blessing you to shine out for everybody to see, because you so deserve it. You deserve to be that magnificent light being upon who you really are. And to heck with that belief and that pattern, and unblock yourself to be the most stupendous, incredible, delicious person that you are. On that beautiful note, much light. Ha! I got backwards. Okay, let's go. Much light, much love, and magical blessings to all, everyone, dear hearts. Bye-bye.